Championships are underway right now, and they're on Greco. They're going from Greco to the women's, and then they'll get into the men's freestyle. But here's how this is working and why this is interesting. The World Championships will contest 9 weight classes. Okay, now they'll do that every single year, and all that you have to have from your nation is a recognition from the sport's governing body, and then you can send one athlete per weight class to the Worlds. Every nation on earth can send a team as long as they have recognition from the sports governing body, which is exactly what the sports governing body is there to do. So essentially, you have one representative in every weight from every country on the planet. You can see where that would make the World Championships a very honorable and respected accomplishment. Olympic year is the exact same tournament. It just happens once every 4 years. Every 4th year, they call it the Olympic Games instead of the World Championships, just to set that distinction. But the Olympics cuts down on the competitors. Let's look at wrestling specifically. You must qualify your country. Your country must qualify at each and every single weight class. So the first qualification process is the World Championships the year prior to the Olympic Games, which is right now. And they will only take the top 6. So if you place top 6 in the world, your country will then qualify at that weight class. Now, not the athletes. Your country has the right to then take that qualification back and hold whatever tournament or process they would like to do to identify who their representative will be, but at least that weight class will then be contested in the Olympic Games. So that only represents 6 guys. The Olympics Games has 24 athletes. So now you have to go through the entire process, an entire year, flying all over the world, adding up points, going through continental championships and different varying Olympic qualification tournaments to qualify the weight class. And that's before you then come home, have civil war, if you will, to find out who the representative will be. So to summarize all of that up, which I imagine sounded quite complicated to you, even though I articulated as well as it can be said, if you can just get top 6 in this year's World Championship, oh my goodness, can you take a lot of stress and strain off of your entire Olympic team for those divisions. So we had an opportunity to do that, and we had 3 at bat and 3 down. And quite frankly, our guys wrestled so well. Joe Rao went out there like he always does. Frankly, he's a great competitor that doesn't get his credit. He went out and battled. Ran into a guy that was better than him. It was as simple as that. Ellis Coleman went out there. He went out there and battled. I don't think he ran into somebody better than him. He got caught in a bad position. He gave up an exposure. The guy shut down. It was just strategically a really hard match to come back from. But I thought Ellis's opening round match let everybody know, whoa, this guy's probably going to win the weight. And then it looked like there was a little bit of a down. Anytime you have highs, you have some downs. I mean, that's a real thing. I felt very bad for the way that went for Ellis, but I was impressed with his skills. And then you've got Tracy Hancock. Hancock can win the world. For sure. He could win the Olympics. For sure. He came in as the number 3 seed. He's medaled before in age group world championships. Oh, and by the way, he locked up through and pinned defending multiple-time world and Olympic champion out of Armenia in about 23 seconds last season. So he can for sure win, but there's certain positions that he's still working on. So he wins a match, goes out, close battle, ends up in a couple of those positions, and didn't win the match, goes 1-1. Bottom line, for America, 3 up, 3 down, we have not qualified the weight. Now, there's other ways to do it. And again, only 6 countries will get qualified. The other 18 are going to have to do it the hard way. I'm just sharing for you guys that it is a very hard way so that you respect the process. I think if you knew what these wrestlers have to go through, from their coaches to their supporting leadership to the guys with a dream to make these teams that are sacrificing, if you knew how difficult it was and how many steps were put in place, I just think you might be able to not only appreciate it more, but to respect it at a different level.